Valencia cohort. We are Team 8. My name is Joseph Curry. With me, I have my colleagues Toon, Honora, Jean, Lorenzo, and Victor. We are here to represent a business known as Miguel Caballero, so take it away.
Okay, before getting straight into the topic, I would like to give you a few facts about a social issue that really concerns us. So did you know that on average, there has been one school shooting per week this year? Did you also know that almost 3,000 children and teenagers has been killed or injured by firearms only in 2018? This is the second leading cause of children and teenagers' death in the US, and it's close to become the first one. So now that you know that, I would like you to present Miguel Caballero. Miguel Caballero is a company that is based in Colombia, and they develop a technology that allows them to produce lightweight and flexible clothing that is bulletproof, while keeping it fashionable. This high-end product has been providing ballistic protection to a wide range of celebrities, VIPs, and at least 13 presidents. But of course, the cost is pretty high. What seems to be a successful company, we don't think will be in the future. We don't think they're going to be able to maintain a sustainable competitive advantage, because this industry, this market, is being more attractive for all the competitors who try to get in. And since they're not effective at all, we're afraid that we're going to find a competitor that are be able to produce a similar product at a lower cost.
So what if we found a solution to solve both the social issue and the company's problem? What if we can produce something like this, but that looks more like this? Our goal and our disruptive innovation is to make every child and every teenager feel safe while studying. The way we're gonna do it is providing and producing shirts and sweaters for mainly the secondary and the high school students. And we want to produce this at an affordable price with a target of $100. But let me do a step back. We started our analysis with the bulletproof clothing industry, and we added a sixth force in the government scheme, and it's the government support, because since we are focusing only on the students, we believe that the government support can have a big impact on our strategy. But except from that, the two main forces that we want to focus on are the barriers to entrance and the substitutes. On one side, the barriers to entrance are very low, and we want to increase them because now we're owning the technology. On the other side, the substitutes are becoming bigger and bigger. And since our product is very expensive, we believe that these substitutes are threatening our market for the future.
So now we're going to explain the scenario planning we made. In this scenario, we consider two uncertain variables. The first one is the level of adopters. It means if our customers, they are willing to acquire our products. And the second variable is the intellectual property access. It means if our competitors, they have the ability to get the technology or the innovation to get a similar or better product than ours that can compete with our product. So on the top, we have high intellectual property access. It means that they can achieve they can get the technology, and then they can compete with us directly. On the right side, we have the first scenario that with a high level of adopters, we can take advantage of the economy of scale. On the left side, we have the octagon scenario. But in this scenario, we have a lower level of adoption. So it's gonna be more challenging for us. On the bottom, we have a lower level of competitors. So on the triangle scenario, we don't really have like many adopters. So it's gonna be hard for us to get the target that we want to achieve. But on the circle scenario, we have a high level of adopters and less competitors. So this is the ideal scenario that we're gonna have.
So how are we going to implement our strategy? First of all, we will start by taking advantage of the economies of scale through automation. As you can see, nowadays everything is made by hand. This is very time consuming and expensive. We can automate the process and produce much more in a much lower time frame, so this will be cheaper. Next, we will build a partnership with the government so we can share the costs with the government. We will also target private schools and give them the option to customize the clothing. This will be slightly more expensive. For the potential market, we have in around 50 million students in public school, and if we manage to sell at 1% of them, we will be very successful, and our strategy will be very successful.
So, as you know, we discussed a lot, so let's summarize what we did. We had a company, Miguel Caballero, and the company has its own issues, which is our competitors might create or develop a similar technology but with similar product, but for much, much lower cost. And we also discussed that nowadays the shooting in high schools or secondary schools increases every single week. So we came up with a useful solution for both issues. We believe that our company can use its technology now to produce an affordable bulletproof clothing for all students in high school or secondary school in US. And to implement that, we believe that we can use economy of scale and implement automation in our factories, and with the partnership with the government, we can actually lower the cost of the product. So in that way, we'll be able to solve the issues in both ends at the same time. Thank you so much for your attention.
Questions? Yes,
So what kind of guns, what kind of bullets would they be? You know, because nowadays, you got people who get at home, so you know, their hands like automatic weapons as well. So with that, it's, you know, I think it's a very good idea, but with that, just, you know, stop an automatic bullet, like an automatic, you know, bullet from an automatic weapon.
So that depends on the layers. Can I just interact with that? So the technology starts of something as thick as this. If you add more layers, it will be more protective. So this would stop like more or less like a bullet of a magnum. Okay, if you have higher calibers, it will be less effective. But you can also layer it up. Nevertheless, it will be to protect. Okay.
yes.
How much do we?
It's as light as a wool sweater. It's super light.
The materials now are nylon and polyester, so it's not that heavy. It's a bit more heavy. It's a bit heavier than a normal jacket, for example, but not too much.
Similar to leather.
What other solutions did you consider?
Well, in the United States, there's a lot of debate on whether or not carrying a weapon would be a better defense, but this would be a lot more socially acceptable way to protect against this kind of disaster.
We reframe the question. What other solutions did you consider that could solve this company's problem? In other words, what other strategic possibilities did this company have other than going into a new type of product line?
We believe we can do marketing for its existing product. If we increase like commercials, for example, to do better commercials, we can increase even our VIP customers more. Like now we have only 13 presidents, and we have much more presidents in our world, so we can increase the customers in that way.
And also,
That's marketing. Give me strategy. What other strategies do you
if
have?
I can add something, the idea is just to go in the mass market. So first, targeting the children and students, but if it doesn't work as we believe it works, we just want to make the process cost effective. Because now the thing is that there are patents that are going to expire in not so many years, And to maintain our sustainable advantage, we believe that the only way is to make the product cheaper and to offer to the big consumers. And one way to implement it is also to produce it and to sell it directly, in order not to have distributors that take the margin on our product.
Another option is to sell the technology to another company.
Hold on, can I pause on that one? So is direct sales part of this strategy, or is it a different strategy that you considered but decided not
Now,
to
when,
pursue?
when you talk about the partnership with governments, it's because we thought that mainly in public schools, you need to first go to the government and to create a partnership with them. So we want to sell directly as they are doing now, but for a bigger market.
That helps me. What other strategies did you consider? What else did you consider that was below the line of what you wanted to present today? You did the analysis, you came out with an idea, and you said, no, that's not as good. What were those?
At the beginning, we wanted also to try to sell them to the private sector. For example, in stores, in which maybe in areas in which the criminality is higher. But then we thought that probably for the beginning, since the market, the brand is not so strong for the moment, it's not a good idea because it's too fragmented. So this is what we consider at the beginning.
Any questions for them?
Yes.
Maybe it's not related to strategy, but have you thought of like the social mood that this could create in terms of like maybe fear-based thinking? Because that's like the first thing that just kind of comes up in me, like, oh dear. It reminds me, like in the very extreme sense of what the NRA proposed, like, or what Trump said of arming schools now, you know, and it kind of creates this like instinctive like barrier in me, like, oh god, no, that's the wrong way, you know what I mean?
Actually, they are already creating other ways to make students safer. Like they have backpacks, they have like special rooms, and if something happens, all the children can go there. So it's something in the newspapers in these days. So we just want to offer a solution to solve a bigger problem.
And the thing is, you wouldn't notice it's bulletproof. So for example, they have also, so it wouldn't create fear because you wouldn't notice it's bulletproof. So if Laura would wear one
it's
now,
like a normal
you shouldn't
jacket
notice
or sweaters or shirts that you can wear and nobody will even think that it's a bulletproof product.
Thank you very much.
Hold on, stop, don't move. So when you're out of time, this is owning the close. When you're out of time, even if I tell you you're out of time, I want you to grab the last 15 seconds and re-summarize what you just said. So because you guys are the first presentation, I want you all to see this. Lenora, do it again.
Oh, okay, sure. So we live in Valero, and it has a problem, which is we believe our competitors might create a similar product with a better technology for a more affordable price. We also discussed that we have a social issue that shooting in schools happens every single week. And we believe our company can use its technology right now to create an affordable product for all students, for high school and secondary school students in US. And to implement it, we believe we should use economy of scale to implement automation in our factories, and with a partnership with the government, we can actually lower the cost of our products and solve both issues at the same time.
All right, take a few minutes on your form to tell them what you think they did well and what you think they could have done